In general, cutter radius compensation is a procedure that we use to correct the tool path by the value equal to the radius of the tool. In the case of turning, this procedure is also known as tool nose radius compensation, and the value by which we correct the tool path corresponds to the nose radius of the turning tool or the insert. In order to understand this properly, first we need to know the problem that arises while taking the tool offset. Cutting tools are not sharp, and the curve between side cutting edge and end cutting edge is known as tool nose. Radius of that tool nose is known as tool nose radius. While taking the tool offset for the z-axis, we need to touch the tool on the workpiece face, so the tangent point of the side cutting edge comes in contact with the workpiece and acts as a tool reference point for the z-axis. While taking tool offset for the x-axis, we need to touch the tool on the workpiece surface, so the tangent point of the end cutting edge comes in contact with the workpiece and acts as a tool reference point for the x-axis. To check out the result of this tool offset, let's call a tool at this point of the workpiece. As a result, the tangent point of a side cutting edge will try to align along the workpiece face, and the tangent point of the end cutting edge will try to align along the workpiece surface. So, if we try to connect these 2 points, one imaginary point will be generated, and this point will follow all the coordinates programmed by the programmer. Let us take one example. We want to call our tool at 3 different positions of our workpiece. Let's consider this is point number 1, this is point number 2, and this one is point number 3. So now, if we see here, the tool's imaginary point is following and reaching at the called points. As a result, now we see that at point 1, there is a leftover material, or in other terms we can say improper cutting. Similarly, at point number 3, we have a leftover material or improper cutting. In between, there is no problem on the face as well as on the surface, as the tool is following the workpiece profile. If we check point number 1, leftover material can be properly removed if we bring the cutter down by the value equals to the distance between side cutting edge contact point and the imaginary point. Mathematically, we can prove that this distance is equal to the nose radius of the cutting tool or the insert. Similarly, after checking point number 3, we can say that if we move cutter in forward direction by the value equals the distance between cutting edge contact point and the imaginary point, we can achieve proper cutting, or we can say proper material removal. This value also equals the cutter nose radius. This solution is easy and can be done manually, or we can say by adjusting x and z value while programming facing and plane or step turning operations. While profiling, the solution stated before is difficult to execute, as a number of fillets, chamfers, tapers or curves are involved. So the easy solution is tool nose radius compensation. This is easy and can be implemented by just adding one of these 2 codes, that is G41 or G42. Let us take one example. We want to call our tool at 5 different positions of our workpiece. Let's consider this is point number 1, point number 2, point number 3, point number 4, and this one is point number 5. We already know that our tool imaginary point will follow the instructions and will reach these programmed positions. We can clearly see here that for the radial face and an axial surface of a workpiece, tool is in contact with the final profile, but in case of tapered surface, tool is not in physical contact with the final profile of the workpiece. Instead, it is lifted above the profile, due to which we will be having a leftover material on the tapered surface of our workpiece. Solution to this problem, or we can say that in order to cut this material completely, we need to adjust the tool position in such a way that the tool will touch the final profile. Before understanding further, I would like to introduce two codes, that is G41 and G42, that have application both in turning as well as milling processes. In this video, we will only discuss the application of these codes in turning. G41 means cutter radius compensation lift or tool nose radius compensation lift. In a simple way, we can say that when we apply G41, the tool will move towards the left by the value corresponding to the tool nose radius. G42 means cutter radius compensation right or tool nose radius compensation right. So when we apply G42, the tool will move towards the right by the value corresponding to the tool nose radius. Let us take one example. We have two profiles with us. First one is outer diameter profile and second one is internal diameter profile. We will consider 5 points on each profile. On this OD profile, we have point number 1, point number 2, point number 3, point number 4, and the last one is point number 5. Similarly, on this ID profile, we have point number 1, point number 2, point number 3, point number 4, and point number 5. Let's call our tool on both profiles at each point. We can see that we have improper cutting in case of both OD as well as ID profile. Now we need to compensate for tool position in order to cut the workpiece properly. Before applying G41 and G42, we need to know the tool orientation and operator's viewing angle. We can see here that in case of OD, our cutting tool orientation is from top to down, like this. So our viewing side is this. According to this viewing side, this is our left and this is our right. Similarly, in case of ID, our cutting tool orientation is from down to top, like this. So our viewing side is this. According to this viewing side, this is our left and this is our right. From this illustration, we can easily understand that in the case of OD profiles, we need to compensate for the tool position towards right, or in simple way, we can say that we need to move the tool towards the right for proper cutting, which means we need to use G42 for outer diameter profiles. In the case of an ID profile, we need to compensate for tool position towards left for proper cutting, which means we need to use G41 for internal diameter profiles. Conclusively, we can say that for OD profiles, we have to use G42, and for ID profiles, we have to use G41. And for the position on the face, compensation will be cancelled automatically by the controller. We can also see that these positions are unaffected by the compensation. Finally, in order to cancel this compensation, we can use code G40. After using this code, the tool's imaginary point will start following the programmed path.